day I need to work on the roof and lay out the planks and lay out the shingles. So let's see if I can get something like that started here. The amount of geometry I'm using for this doesn't seem too bad, so maybe I'll just keep this guy going. Let me just duplicate this shape out right here, slide it on up, insert an edge loop in this guy, and an edge loop right here. I'll just detach this component, and this guy will be clear for separation. Get rid of you, and now I've got a plank of wood that I can use for my roofs up here. And let's see, as far as like, I think I need to be in lighting, flat lighting here so I can see the textures. I want this thing to be the right scale with texture resolution. So I do believe I may just be a little bit too big with the scale. I can crop the model down quite a bit, but I just wanted the scale to be right. I think that's good with the like the resolution that we have here. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. I like that. We're pretty much almost there. I might as well just scale this thing all the way. I probably have some overhang on this thing actually too, so let me support that a little bit more. Let me undo this and kind of just pull this down, get that overhang. That's good. So this guy really didn't have to tile very much at all because the resolution on this is not too bad. Let me just already use the edge that I have here on one side. Slide you over here like this. And let's see. Actually, I want my wood to be completely covered up. So let me take care and compensate for this piece of wood right here too, because he's kind of stabbing out a little bit on the sides. I want everything to be kind of covered up so that way it's protected from rain and what have you there. I need just a slightly offset edge here, so I'm just going to grab that guy and detach that, and I can just get rid of this now. Now also, like, I have these guys duplicated. What I didn't do was I did not offset them in the UV, so let me make up for that. You know, that's looking pretty obnoxious, right? Having those guys all lined up with each other. So I need to take these forms. You know, take like entire models and just kind of shift them around on the UVs. Send them in different directions. Offset them up and down. We can flip them. Let's see if this works. There we go. Locked in, like a 90-degree turn on that one. This guy can go up. And, you know, just get that same stuff going, I guess. Take it all the way to the edge if you want to. There you go. I mean, you're going to get some variety of texture now where these guys are not lined up with each other. And that's a beautiful thing. I think these guys have to do the same thing, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess I connected some geometry there too. That's not good. Yeah, it's these UV seams. That's it's not great looking. Let me I think I need to chop the edges off on these guys. Let me isolate these guys out real quick so I can see what I'm doing. I do not want the UVs doing this. I think these are the connection points though, really. Those are the homies that giving me grief for these guys up here. This one's already cut. That should give me like a full shape that I can grab onto here. Actually, this guy's not cut on this side. So I gotta move around and make sure that I got like a full UV seam on this. This gun's not cut either. Chopping this up so that I can unfold it and separate it because it's it connected when I did some modeling the other day. Now it should show up as its own shell. There we go. This one too. Awesome. So if I wanted to, really, I can grab these guys and just kind of mirror them or project them. Camera projection kind of thing. But they're going to, those are going to be end pieces for my other baking texture set. So now that I have that fixed, once again, these guys share the same UVs, so why not just duplicate them, center pivot and move it on over. You know, I'm gonna be lazy about this and not work like a silly person here. Delete this guy. And now all I need to do just to offset this though is just to shift them around and, you know, maybe I'll rotate them upside down just to give me some variance in the textures. That way the knots and stuff are not lining up to each other. They look like different pieces of wood. Yeah, just collapse edges. That's the best way to get that done, is just doing a little collapsing going on there. Let me lift this guy up a little bit here. And I'm just gonna do some soft selecting. Actually, what I need here probably is my wireframe turned on. Because I should, if I'm smart, I'm gonna do it in a better way where I actually insert edge loops where my geometry actually is lining up. That way, you know, shapes like this, I don't really need that edge loop anymore. So I'm inserting edges and kind of replacing them. That way my geometry lines up and I get a nice tight crease on this guy. Delete this guy here. Let's insert an edge loop on this area. And delete edge over here. There we go. So now my geometry should be lining up a lot better now. We'll extrude some thickness in this guy too, so nothing to worry about there on that. But now I can, you know, what I actually don't need either are these edge loops, because this is not going to bend at all in that manner. So we can get rid of that. Let's do a soft select here and see what I get. Try to find like a nice central point. Maybe I'll do it on this one. Nah, this one was better. Just kind of pull it down. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna extrude some thickness on this guy, so I guess I don't really need to soft select on anymore. Just kind of stab it on together like this. I can see that my curve is not really matching up anymore now, and I may need to pull this guy out a little bit, see if I can get that curve just kind of following suit there. Just grab full on faces. Avoid the intersecting. I don't really want like a lot of that Although I need to stop being so picky because once again, this is just going to be the bottom of my plank. It's not going to be the top. And really, you know, you're not going to see that because I'm also going to put shingles on this thing too, so. Just stop being weird, Harvey. Stop being weird. All right, I got some history built up and some transformed. I'm just going to delete that because I want to make sure this guy does the right thing here. You grab my faces and just do an extrusion now. Slide it on up like this so I get a little bit of thickness on this guy. I'll do a bevel too. I'm going to need to re-UV these guys here. So these guys are not great. I need to unitize that up or something so that I probably don't have to unitize them, but let's come over to UVs, cut it. I can move these shapes around. Obviously, I can even flip them, you know, flip it. Let's flip it, that's fine. That's my edges. So I'm just gonna grab my faces and unitize that. No, actually, I'm not doing faces. You just grab UVs and unitize them. That way they're gonna turn into like full-blown squares. Now what I do here is I grab the UV seams. Actually, I need these guys to also bevel, probably. I know not everything really needs to bevel. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna treat these guys as hard edges. I think I made this a little bit too thick anyway, so let me just take this down a notch here too. There we go. It's not that big of a shape. Back to these guys. Let me just move this shape over here. I just want it out of the way. Again, what I was saying is I want to select my UV edges. All the UV seams that I want to maintain. That's actually not going to be good. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to press up and just deselect these guys. And then I'll have my selection pretty much ideal. Now I can just come in here and move and sew those edges together, and I'll get my flat lines for all those shapes. I'll pull them up here so I can see them unfold better. Why the curve, man? Okay. I'm just gonna manually do this thing. If you want this stuff to stay straight, you know, I'm obviously using too much resolution on this. I don't need my, there we go. I'm still using up way too much resolution, even if I skinny this thing up. We're still just like way too big on this thing. Just a little thicker, I guess, maybe. There we go, we're getting kind of closer. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these guys and unfold them. Okay, it would seem like straight is not something I'm gonna get from this thing. It's because it's bent, I don't know why. I gave it the like some dimensions to work with here. At least I have some even spacing. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this guy in the edges here. Convert it to UVs and then just scale it down. What are you doing? Oh, I got these guys selected, that's why. So where are my transform at? There we go. Scale down to a flat edge. This guy, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just convert it to UVs and scale it down. Flat. And there we go. I've got one of those shapes done. I just need the rest of these guys to do the same thing. Oh, that one's not too hard at least, because this one's just one face, so that's good. Let me just get it to be the right scale, and I think we'll be good here. Yeah, not bad. Whatever. Push it on over, who cares? I actually probably don't even need this guy up here. Probably just delete him. We're not really gonna see that guy. I'll unfold it. No, just deselect the edges. I want it to be relatively flat. What the heck? I'm guessing this guy is like flipped or something? No, what? Okay, I don't know what's going on with this guy. There, that's better. Sometimes you just like have to manhandle this thing. Seriously. Flatten. I'm literally just gonna grab the inverse here. Flatten. There we go. So now I have the proportions correct, or the segment proportions correct. We'll scale this guy down like this other one over here. Make sure they kind of have the same size. And there we go. I got one full plank here. Good to go. Take the wireframe off here, see what it looks like. Not too bad. I'm simply going to duplicate him now. And I don't know if I actually move my shape over here onto my pivot, I should be able to rotate him around. Let's try holding J and get that 90-degree angle. There we go. And just slide him into place on the other side here. This should be a pretty symmetrical model the way that I kind of made it, so it should line up pretty good. I do believe I need to press those guys onto each other a little bit better. And I'm just gonna grab like all my UVs and just like I did last time, I'm just gonna shift it around a little bit just so I'm getting some slightly different textures on both sides. No mirroring, right? Take as many opportunities as you can to get your stuff offset to the best of your ability. That's my PSA for the day. Kind of squeeze this guy into the mesh a little bit better here. Good to go. And now I've got my shingles here that I'm going to reuse and just slap them on there. I need to lay out proportion-wise pretty good. And I can use a bend-deformer to get this done too, probably. Let me just see how much height I need for this. Actually, let me, before I get too crazy here, I'm just gonna duplicate them. I want those to stay there. Someone's discording me. Let me see what's going on. Nope, nothing from Full Sail. Let me just like duplicate one of these guys probably. I'll shift them over one too, that way we're not getting things lined up perfectly here. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. Once again, I think I need to put like some, I'll put one edge loop through the middle of these guys. I think I still need like one more. I think 5 is my number for how many shingles I'm gonna need for these guys. Push it down. I don't want that stuff to be seen. And I'm just gonna move you over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think 5's gonna do it. Hoping, I'm praying. Nope, I don't think so. Let's get one more in there. If I do this the right way, a nice bend deformer should be able to line this stuff up. Let's push you over a little bit this way. Little bits of chaos here and there. Okay. That should cover it, and I swear it needs to cover it. I would say probably, yeah, because there's shingles on the top too. So I gotta make sure I remember that. If it's not shingles, it's probably some kind of plate on top to hold the shingles down. Some kind of a little peak that happens on there. I am going to, like I said, I need to slide like an edge loop in these guys to make sure they bend the right way. If I see that that edge loop is not worth anything, I can just come back and delete them. You know, the top, there may be some areas where the shape doesn't deform that much. And we may not need it, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna grab all these guys together. I wanna grab them all together. There we go. Let me combine this shape. Don't really need UVs right now. Delete history. Let's rotate it. Try to get it looking okay. You know, this was the scale. You know, at the same time too, like let me see. Let me check out like the scales of these things because I I'm not sure if I want bigger shingles or smaller shingles on the roof. What do you guys think? Because ultimately that too is going to determine if I need another sheet. If I go a little bit smaller, that'll kind of make it look a little bit different. And I do actually want a little bit more different. I want these to be little differences, kind of make them stand out a lot more and make sure that they don't look like the same texture. So yeah, you know what? I do probably just want those subtle differences there where I have probably just a little bit less smaller shingles than on the sides. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let me just duplicate this. This is gonna be kind of dense. It'll be worth it though, and games are doing this now, so we don't want to hold back any. I'll just shift it this way. That seems like a safer direction, maybe. Like I mean, you see this tiling happening here, right? Not good. Not good. You know, it's already kind of got a direction going that way. Let me do something like this, maybe. I need to break this up. I don't want these shapes showing up like this and repeating themselves over and over again. So, I mean, I just have to, I just have to reverse the order of what's happening here. So I mean, these guys are already lined up the way that they need to be. So let me delete this guy because he's obviously something that I think I'm seeing a lot more. I can grab this guy here, push him down. But yeah, we want to get rid of patterns. Those should not be showing up. Since I really don't need all of those plates. There, that's a little bit more broken up, I guess. Let me slide you this way instead, actually. Much better. Okay, and I'm just gonna combine that together. All right, good. Let me get the arc right here just a little bit better. I kind of want those corners that match up just a little bit on the top. I suppose I don't really need, I want this to be like right on the edge there. Just a little bit of shingle overlap for it so I get some silhouette there. Oh, this guy's kind of floating a little bit. That's bad. It's okay. I'm going to shift my pivot over here to one of these guys so I have some better control over this top edge. Just kind of push him down. You know what, that works. That'll do. Okay, bend deformer. Bend it. Just kind of line it up with the shape there. Make sure it bends the right way. So I'm gonna do my curvature. Yeah, it's bending the wrong way. So rotate this guy. Hang on a minute here. just gonna hold J and get those locked in proportions here. That looks like 90. Yep. Okay, so a little bit of a bend. That's too much, obviously. So I can bring this down a lot more now. I'm gonna move these guys together a little bit. Just rotate it. Something down. Yeah, I have a feeling that like let's play with the curvature a little bit more here. See, that's the thing, is I'm flopping up on this side over here, and I guess I didn't want that. Because these guys need to press on down. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm getting there. And in all honesty, if I think I just took the curvature a bit too far. Just bring it down a little bit. Come on up. I'll fix that guy up there. I think we're doing pretty good though. We're almost there. I like what's happening. Let me just simply rotate. Here, I'm just gonna delete the history, get rid of that transformer, the deformer, sorry. And just rotate this guy up slightly. Man. Okay. Forget it, I give up. I'm just gonna pull him out a little bit. This guy can come up, out. I'll also rotate him down like that. But yeah, I think I can get rid of those edge loops doing that, because I'm not really seeing the bending happening with those shapes as much as I thought I might have seen them. But yeah, so I gave this thing a little bit too much overhang. There goes my delicate work again. Just lift it up. Up, out, up. Okay. And out. All right, I don't think anybody's gonna notice any gaps in there. Should be good set up now. Okay, so now that I have that shape set up, I can, you know what? I need an edge loop up here to chop this off. I'll delete this edge loop though, and I'm just gonna delete these faces. Get rid of that overhang up there. I'm gonna run through and just delete all these edges. It was a nice little safe hold, but let's just see the difference here. Delete. Yeah, not much of a difference, right? So good to go. We save geometry wherever we can, and that is ideal. Now we got to trim this guy up. Well, let me freeze transformation, delete history. Let's duplicate this guy for the other side. We'll use him for the other side there. I'm gonna push these guys a little bit like this, okay? And once again, like the closer I get one side, and I'll push the other one to the other side too, so it makes it easier for everybody. So I got a shingle kind of coming over to the edge there. We're kind of on that line. I kind of want to get there to the best of my ability. Actually, the shortest stuff needs to be like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm getting... I can get rid of this guy. Probably get rid of this guy. I could probably shift that over a little bit. Yeah, do something like that there. And some of these guys are probably going to have to get chopped too. It's going to be a little bit of both. Definitely get rid of that. This may be close enough though. Close enough to the edge for me not to have to chop anything. This guy, I think, you know, we can just bring it. Just slide it on over. A little bit of stretching UVs never hurt anybody. This one's probably too much. I probably can't pull him in. So let me come on over here with this shape. I'll just insert an edge loop. That way I don't have to use like multi-cut slicing or anything weird like that. Same thing with this guy too, probably. Just come on over here into some of these modes and you might be able to just slide some of that geo around. And we'll do some deleting. Let's look at polygons here. Just delete all these guys now. Like I said, these guys, let's just pull them in a little bit. This guy can just get pulled in. We can delete this guy. Just trying to clean up this edge now. I think this guy was supposed to come over here. And this fellow, let's just slice you up like that. And delete your faces. Nice and clean. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay. This part's going to be a little bit harder to control. Let's see the shapes that need to get sliced and the ones that can get stretched a little bit. Like this one, I may bring this edge over here. This guy, I can wiggle it that way probably. This one's like right in the middle. Get rid of that. Let me just get a big chunk of these guys out of here. That should do it. Delete you. Delete you. Don't leave any of these guys out. This guy I think was close enough for me to pull in that way. I think I need to just work on this like little bits at a time here. Just as I go. Some of these guys just kind of hopeless. You're in the middle already. Delete you, probably delete you. Just move these shapes over here. This guy, delete him and just move this one in this direction. Closer you get to that nice even shingle, the better. This one I think I'm gonna have to split in the middle, unfortunately. This guy, I'll just drag you over here. Okay, it's gonna require me to do some extrusions down the sides of these guys, but pretty much a setup there. And if I ever want to as well, what I can do is I can always come in here and just like delete random shingles and like show a little bit of that back plank in there, right? Like there's really just a few faces up there. It might be a cool effect. I'm just saying. You know, does it really hurt my model to do stuff like this where we kind of rip some shingles off? That's the story element, right? So take opportunities for stuff like that. And, you know, this thing could definitely lose some shingles. That's absolutely a possibility. In fact, I did plan on doing like some individual shingles that I was moving around in there. But those are the cool effects. Those are the cool ones. It's our little way of putting a little bit of chaos on this thing. Okay. I think I need to just move on to this guy over here and keep this thing going. Gonna hold J. Flip it on around over here. Now the last time we used this side to line up, and this time we need to use this side over here. Right? I'm pretty sure. That's the workflow that I went with. Yeah. So I got this stuff duplicated out. It's got a nice overhang like that. I suppose that works. The deformer should already be set to the right angle because I duplicated it from the other side. Seeing a little bit of stabbing through, so I'm just gonna pull out a little bit on that direction. Okay, let me get rid of these guys. Once again, let me center my pivot so I can see what I'm doing. Take this guy all the way to this edge. I kind of see where I could take this stuff. These guys are probably never gonna see. This one, I'm gonna split into the middle here. Like that. Everyone doing okay? Pull this guy in. Outstanding. I hope that this is educational in every way possible. And helping you out with strategizing your models. Get a little bit too close to the geometry there. Ooh, this is a close one. I think I'm just gonna pull you over like that and just delete these guys. Gotta watch out for some of this stuff though too. This guy's kind of falling off the block there. And this guy, I think I just want to chop him in half. But I'll move the geometry around too, actually. That's something I should be doing right now, is just kind of not selecting you. It's moving the whole like arrangement over a little bit. There we go. Yep. Everyone's doing some fall cleaning now and getting rid of some geo. It's a right geo hoedown. We're just ripping some stuff away. So a little bit of overhang. Don't forget about you. Pull you to the side. I'll have to get rid of some of these triangle guys that are kind of flung out. I'll do that when I extrude these faces. Just gonna pull him over here like that. Delete you. And kind of do a little thingamabob like this. This one's probably going to get cut in the middle. Just do it up like that. I think I'll do my little push, side push like this. Let's get rid of everything in the middle here. Oh, grabbed you too. There. I don't like the way that's lined up, but whatever. I'll work with it. Just delete that. Cool. Shingles. Done and done. Not a lot of geo. Not a whole lot. It's nice for silhouette. Gives us a little bit of a bump there. And definitely some good shadows kind of being produced in here. Little bit of shadows to make this thing seem more real. Okay. Freeze transforms. Let's see what I can do with extrusions now. And the way that I'm going to do it is exactly the way that I did the edges of these shingles. Oof, I didn't realize that this guy was so off from that other guy there. You don't want these little silhouette things happening where my shingles were a little bit on top of each other there with the textures. Some of that stuff is okay. Some of it's definitely not. Take faces like this and just kind of pull it out, cover that stuff up. If you see it. This guy too. Some of this stuff may not even show up really. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the way that's working. All right. Now extruding down the sides. This is going to be interesting. Whoa, how did I grab all those edges? That's weird. I'm gonna grab all of these edges over here and deselect this. That should be all my edges for that. Let's see what we get. Let's see how this works. Extrude. Let's just go manually do this thing down and around. I forgot how much I hate extrude because it uses UVs. Is there an option for extrude? Let me, hang on. Extrude edge, no, there's nothing. Not a dang thing. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do instead here. I only got a couple more minutes now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab both of my shapes here from the side views, like this. Let me just isolate them. I'm going to grab both of my edges here like this, and I'm going to do a multi-cut. Just multi-cut down the sides of them. And that's just going to put like one big slice around my whole model. This is gonna save me from having to re-UV those sides, because that, I mean, just a pain. I don't want to put a pain on myself here. Oh my goodness. Did I really just grab the plank over there? That was not what I wanted. Now let's try this again. Select the right things this time. Select and isolate. Sorry about that. There, now I got these guys selected. We should be doing the right thing now. One slice over here. One slice over here. There, that put a little slice on my model on both sides and just kind of cut a nice edge loop around on my whole thing there. On my whole thing. That was very country sounding. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, my next step is I'm going to pull these guys out. I'm just going to scale the whole thing. I need this thing to be centered. Just scale it out, just one little tick on the sides there. So I get a little bit of that overhang. And now I'm gonna come back to these guys here. Grab a couple of edges and deselect any side edges that I can find. Should get most of them. Like that. And I should be able to just kind of tug these guys down now and just send them on in. Maybe I scale it a little bit. I don't know. This is a lot better than me trying to UV this stuff. Because if I already use the UVs that I have and just slice the model up a little bit, then that stuff's already UV'd. And now I'm getting like a nice soft transition that's already like tiling the right way too, and all that good stuff. Good to go. Delete stuff like this. Don't really need these guys that I kind of get rid of all these little flare outs. Just take this vertice and just snap it in here somewhere. I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing with the bottoms here, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I just drag those edges out. Who knows, who knows. A little bit of cleanup's probably necessary though. I don't think that these little divisions really matter though. That's I mean, some of the bigger gaps maybe I may want to control. Come in here to edge mode and just kind of pull a few of these guys down maybe. But generally speaking, I think that's the effect that I want though. A little bit of thickness on the sides just to show me that those shingles are doing something there. And that's it. That's what I got. I'm probably gonna, I could probably just grab this edge loop here, take it all the way that way, and just pull these guys in a little bit, you know? That's all you need. That's all you need to do. Just a little bit of a yank. And now I've got some demonstration that the shingles are hanging over the side there. No harm, no foul. And like I said, I could probably even take some of these guys and pull them out a little bit more. Just make it seem like maybe they're coming off the silhouette a little bit more. I don't know. I think my playlist moved over to another one. It's like lullaby music. I'm sorry for that. Alrighty.